Next we are discuss the April 15 University question paper of Design and Analysis of Algorithm Part C questions. First 10 mark. Explain pseudocode conventions. Write algorithm using this notation for finding average standard deviation of a set of numbers given. This is the algorithm for pseudocode convention. The algorithm is a step-by-step procedure which define a set of instructions to be executed in a certain order to get the desired output. From the data structure point of view, following are some important category of the algorithm: searching, sorting, inserting, updating, deleting an element. The characteristics of algorithms are unambiguous. Unambiguous means algorithm should be clear and unambiguous. Each of its steps and their input output should be clear and must lead to only one meaning. Input means an algorithm should have 0 or more well defined input. Output, an algorithm should have 1 or more well defined output. Finiteness, algorithm must terminate after a finite number of steps. Feasibility, it should be feasible with the available resources. That is, approximately, result will be approximate. Independent, an algorithm should have step-by-step directions which should be independent of any programming code. That is, the algorithm should be compatible with each and every language. Next, pseudocode convention. The following convention must be used to present your pseudocode. Give a valid name for the pseudocode procedure. That is, you have to give the name of an algorithm. Use the line number for each line of code. Use the proper indentation for every statement in a block structure. That is, you have to give the number for an algorithm. For a flow control statement, use if-else. Always end an if statement with an end if. Both if, else and end if should be aligned vertically in same line. Sample pseudocode for a insertion sort using a above convention. Insertion sort. So here the 2 to length a of 2 will be assigned for a for loop. So j equal to 2, the for loop will be executed from 2 to length a. Second, the a of j will be assigned to key. Third, j will be minus from 1 can be assigned to I, that is j will be decremented by 1. The fourth step, I is greater than or equal to 0, the loop will be executed for a certain period. So this is the convention, sample convention for the pseudocode. 20th 10 mark. Describe the Strasson's matrix multiplication with a suitable algorithm. Illustrate how complexities are computed. Strasson's matrix multiplication method is based on a divide and conquer rule. We have implemented a simple formula to find the Strasson's matrix multiplication of the 4x4 matrix. In this matrix, we have to use the divide and conquer rule. Overview of the Strasson's algorithm. Strasson's matrix multiplication will take less time to multiply two matrices using programming as compared to normal matrix multiplication. It is applicable to the matrices of order n by n. If we have 4x4 matrix, then we need to divide it into 4 equal parts. So the formula for Strasson's matrix multiplication is we have two matrices A and B, then the applicable formula is, so P1, this is a two matrices A and B. The A have the value A, B, C, D, B have the value E, F, G, H. So we have to find the third matrix, that is P1 to P4. So we get the value using this formula. So the first element we have to get, here is the 2 by 2 matrix, then we have to get the 2 by 2 value. Here A into F minus H, then we have to get the P1. As usual, the above formula can be used to get the value for the final matrices. This is the final matrix. So we need to find its multiplication using the Strassen matrix. Its compatible time computation time will be lesser. The steps are followed. First, divide A and B into 4 sub-equivalent parts. Then this is the equivalent part can be divided. Then second steps, write this matrix in the form of 4 2 by 2 matrices and them accordingly and name them accordingly like A1, A2, A3, A4 and B1, B2, B3, B4. So A1, A2, A3, A4 and B1, B2, B3, B4 can be divided this. Third step, we need to find the multiplication of these matrices one by one in such a way that C1 is equal to A1 into B1, C2 equal to A2 into B, as well as C4 equal to A4 into B4. So finally we have to get this type of matrices. This is the formula for getting a matrix. The final value of matrix is 17, 24, 31 and 45. This is the formula can be implemented. We find the C value using the formula. Next question, explain knapsack problem with the relevant constraints. How optimality is ensured. 0 to 1 knapsack item cannot be broken, which means the thief should take the item as a whole or should leave it. This is the reason behind calling it as 0 minus 1 knapsack. In case of 0 to 1 knapsack, the value of xi can be either 0 or 1, where other constraints remain the same. 0 to 1 knapsack cannot be solved by greedy approach. Greedy approach does not ensure an optimal solution. In many instances, greedy approach may give an optimal solution. Let us consider that the capacity of the knapsack is weight of 25 and the item are as shown in the following table. This is a knapsack problem. Item of A to D having a profit value 24, 18, 18 and 10 for the profit, and the weight is 24, 10, 10, 7 respectively. After selecting item A, no more item will be selected. Hence, for these given set of items, total profit is 24, whereas the optimal solution can be achieved by selecting item B, that the total profit is 36. Similarly, the second problem, we have to achieve the divide and conquer greedy approach for solving the knapsack. Dynamic programming approach. The maximum weight, the algorithm take the following steps for an abstract. So the algorithm can be achieved easily. The algorithm take theta of n comma w time as table C has n plus 1, w plus 1 entries where each entry require theta of 1 time to compute.